Hello! What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another SkyFactory 2.5. As you can see, I've been doing a little bit of spring cleaning here at the old spawn base and, just kind of tidying up a few things. I tried out some dark shears. They don't work with vein miner, though, which kind of is a big deal, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so they only work in a large chunk of leaves, but they don't work with vein miners. So they're still good, and I'm still using them. The other thing is, I'm not sure if it's a bug or part of the dark shears themselves, but they do not give you back any saplings, which is kind of annoying as well. So we're in the world here today, and I want to show off the base a little bit, and we got my bed in here, and oh, by the way, I did die. Yep, I died. One death. I was in my world, and it was lunchtime. I went for lunch, and I was over here, and an Eldritch Guardian spawned in my eerie biome, came on over there, and wrecked me. Yep, that was a thing. So here we go. Here's our first 5 9x9s, or 13x13s in outside diameter. Molten silver. Molten steel. You are very close to the edge, sir. Please, calm down. Alright, but yeah, as you can see, we have a few different 9x9s and stuff. And I just wanted to get the main structures done. So that we could kind of work towards, getting some of the other stuff in place as well. So, for example, it's fine. It's fine, cow. I'm here to save your life. No big deal. But yeah, just to kind of get some of the structuring and whatnot down from, where it needs to be. Now, from there, we could always raise the height of some of these, and we may do that on some of them. And then some of the others, we could just keep the exact same. Okay, there we go. It's all lit up. Don't go jumping off the edge. You're steel. I like you. Stick around. Stay a while and listen. Alright, good. So anyways, that's kind of what I've been doing, and all that I've been doing is I've been shearing leaves and throwing them in this slightly larger chest, which you can open if there's a block above it, by the way. Awesome. And it automatically composts into there with hoppers going into a chest. Pretty straightforward, eh? And collecting a little bit of dirt, which is good because our compound... Yes, come in. Yes. Good molten silver cow. Maybe. But yeah, so progressing along quite nicely. I think for now, what I want to do is, last time we got the jetpack, and that was great. I think this episode here, what I really want to do is I want to keep tearing some of this down, maybe even the mob farm, relocating this stuff, and I want to get a Tinker's Smeltery, I think. Yeah, I think we're ready for that. Alright, so after a little bit of grinding, we got some grout. Oh yeah, a couple stacks. Not bad at all. Let's furnace this stuff up. We need the smeltery bricks. We need to get them all. The seared brick, that's the ones. And I don't know if I need a big smeltery. In this pack, it's really not that big of a deal because you can get things like this so much cheaper that can double your ores using power and stuff. I think we're going... Well, I guess it uses lava. No, I think we're going to just do a small one. Just for upgrading our tools. I want to get a Tinker's pickaxe and, maybe upgrade our sword from a stone to something more reliable. And our hatchet could even get upgraded from bone to something else as well. That would probably be useful too. So those are a couple of things that I'm looking to upgrade. Let's see, what else? I'm continuing to expand the outside here and get that going. Hey, Piggy! What's going on, buddy? This grass, I tell you. So this eerie biome is just a little bit larger than what you see here. So eventually we are going to completely, get out of it and everything. But my lord, I'm going to get killed so many times from, like, Eldritch Guardians and stuff. I just know it. Alright? So, it is what it is. Let's make it more dangerous. Why not? Oh, really? Okay, and yeah, so I'm just going to keep expanding our compound. Now, again, I do want this outside section here to be quite large because, well, for one, it's where we're going to get some animal spawns, and for two, why not, right? I mean, get a nice little bit of grass in the compound, you know, a little yard, all that kind of stuff. It's great. So we're going to throw down one of you right there and one on the corner over there just to keep this place all nice and lit up. And that grass will keep expanding and going. Let's get on over to our grout and get things going. By the way, I do want to apologize. I'm Canadian. I like to apologize. Hi. But, no, seriously, I want to apologize because I've kind of been slacking off a bit when it comes to videos lately. And it's not so much as a slacking off as it is I've been extremely frustrated with my current real life work situation. And I'm not going to go into like big details or anything like that with you guys, you know, because you guys probably don't want to hear that, but that's part of the reason. And when you can't focus and when you have difficulty focusing and getting things exactly how you want them to be, and you have a hard time talking about it and focusing and all that kind of stuff, that's some of the stuff that I've been going through here in the last little bit. So that is a thing. There we go. Smeltery controller, get. We're going to need a couple. I'll do... Do we need 2 drains? You know what? We'll build the 2 just because. Just because I'm sure we'll use it. Yeah, you know, down the road, maybe we'll use the smeltery for something else. But for right now, we obviously won't be. Okay, a piece of glass in the middle is going to give us our tank for our lava. Good. And then the rest of these, let's see, we need at least 9 off the top of my head. We are going to make a 3x3, just to let you all know. And where do we want to set this guy up? That is a great question. We also need to make a basement. Yes, we do. I'm thinking this Eerie room here, Swampland and Eerie, in here we'll do some machine stuff next to our storage area here. Up front here is going to be some of the generic stuff, as you can see here. Some of our, maybe our tinker stuff will go with the smeltery, but you know, maybe like having the sieves around just in case we need them. Some manual items up here. Maybe we could do the smeltery right over here, and maybe we could make it a little bit cooler than normal. I'm going to do a little bit of look-see on this and see what we can come up with. Because what I'm thinking, because the 3x3 is actually a 5x5, right? So you have the 3x3 base. Really? Really, game? You're going to do that to me. No! I knew it was going to happen. I just knew it. Okay. So we're going to have the 3x3 base. Use your imagination because that was mean. God dang it. All right. Okay. And then we will have like the smeltery controller right there. Maybe we will put the tank on the side here, and we could have like maybe a small little lava generation or something right in the back side here. So these would need to move or be removed. Maybe we'll do all of those except for the bottom ones, of course. And we're kind of making this into the wall is partly my goal here. So that will be a standard brick. Let's get 2 more of those because that was rude. Okay, so that'll be standard brick, seared tank there. Good. And then it'll be standard or maybe even glass on the backside. We'll see. Then over here, how do I want to do this? So this will definitely be a drain right there. And you know what? We might put the other drain just like that. Yeah, just on the corner there. Oh, yeah. I see what you're trying to do there, Mr. Moo Cow. Okay, in the walls here, it's not as important to have like glass or anything like that. We want to keep it all hidden anyways. So we'll do this, couple bricks, and then what I'm thinking is we can get some of the seared glass. Which one? Keeps any fluids it has. I might do that one. Yeah, that one's a lot less of the seared brick, but we do need a lot of glass. So let's go and get some, right? Easy as that. I'm going to get a little bit of glass here, just a stack or so. We will do this, boom, and then I'll shave it down again into sand. Alright, so we're back and we're on the roof, and I'm just kind of doing a little design work here for our smeltery. It's just going to pop out the side like that, but kind of still be masked in the overall structure, which I think is going to look pretty darn cool. And then if we can get some sort of a chimney or something like that on this, I think that would be amazing. If we can kind of make it look like it's a smeltery that's in use normally, I think would be swell. Let's see, we got a little bit of this. Let's just make a little bit more dust. I need 2 more pieces of dust, I think is all. And that should give us a few more smeltery blocks in general, which is good, because we're going to need a couple more for this build. We might even need more than this. Oh, man. Okay, click, click. Good, good. Nailed it. All right, so we are slowly but surely getting there on our smeltery, and I think it's starting to look pretty good. But what I'm envisioning is like a little chimney just out the top side of it to make it look, you know, maybe we could get like a, well, do they have those smokers in here? Smoke? Yeah, do they have the smoke block? Smokers? I can't remember what they're called now. They're in here somewhere. I think they're railcraft, right? Oh, we don't have railcraft, really? We don't have railcraft. Never mind, there's no smoker blocks. Okay. That's too bad. But we can still make it look hopefully pretty good. Now, should we be... We might need to carpenter block these guys, because they might get a little ridiculous here. Alright. Alright, yeah, I think I gotta go a little crazy. Let's see if we can, first of all. Molten aluminum brass. I'm getting so many of these cows, man. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, we can do this. Okay. We are going full-on cover mode here, because we need to make these guys last a little bit longer. Okay, head on up. And let's see, how do we want to pull this off? So, this is going to be filled with another block, like that. Now, this whole top section is actually not even in use. I could change that in the future and redesign, but I kind of didn't want it that way. But I did want to still have these guys at the top, for example. And you know what? I'm just looking at this, and I'm realizing we can't do this yet. We need more blocks in general. So let's do this. Let's get more blocks, because we're going to actually use carpenter blocks, I think, first. I think that's what we need to do. Enderman! We need to go kill it immediately with our luck 1. We need to kill the Enderman to get the Ender Pearl. Yes. Love it. Get wrecked, creeper. Alright, good. I've been getting less loot bags, I swear. I say that as I got a loot bag. And it's got cake in it. Alright, cool. We got cake. I'm actually going to save this cake. Look at all the cows that we have. Holy cow. Okay. It's getting a little crowded in my house over here. Let's just say. We're going to take that cake out, but we're actually going to save that cake. For the future. I'm sure we'll find a use for it. And more ender pearls. We're up to 12. That's really good. Okay. Good, good. Alright, what's next? What are you? You're purple. Witch water cow. Okay. Biodiesel cow. There are so many cows. So many cows. Okay. So this guy is working. We're going to need a lot more blocks. So I guess I'll go grind that out now. Without you guys, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I'm not sure if this is perfectly final, but I don't mind it at all. It's kind of futuristic, but still sweet looking. These cows, though, I tell you. And then in the backside here, I'm just setting up a small little cobble gen. Nothing too crazy, just like we have outside. And this is going to pipe into the crucible, making us lava, which is then going to, obviously, pipe into our Smeltery, so it'll have its own little lava system. Get out of my way, you two. See? Told you they're being annoying. Told you. Alright, we'll take these guys, and we're going to need some way of getting fluid over there as well. Yeah, okay, so that should get the stone going. That should at least get us producing lava. And then we're going to need to pull out the side here, just with a fluid duct of some type. I don't know what I have available to me. I guess I have pretty much anything. But I might just use a liquid transfer node. I think that might be one of the easiest things here. Because we already have all the cabling and stuff. So, let's see. We have 2 there. We're good. Okay, redstone, lapis, bucket, iron. Okay. Yeah, I think we can do that. I think we can do the 9 of you, the 2 of you. We got the bucket. We'll need 5 iron. All my iron's out here anyways, because I haven't moved it yet, because I'm being a slacker. Alright, let's get the 5 iron. Good. Get another bucket. And let's get this liquid transfer node. Oh man, I forgot to do the old redstone block. Always forgetting. Always forgetting. There we go, and boom. Liquid transfer node. Good. And that guy is then going to immediately pipe out and go directly into the smeltery, which is going to be just awesome. So it's going to have its own little internal, forever full lava. Sweet. And then we're just going to seal that all up. And this is kind of proof of concept of the design idea and being able to hide things in the walls. Out here, I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more styling here. I want to set up our tables and stuff first for this. So let's worry about that first. All right. You are seared stone. You there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, we'll just keep that seared stone there. Why not? And there was another one out here that I was really, really happy about. Manulin. Don't mind if I do. I need to find a way to drain this in there. Oh boy. No, we're fine. But for right now, that's more than an ingot, isn't it? Of manulin. Sweet. So we just got manulin without doing anything whatsoever. All because of cow luck. Okay. Good. Steel is good. Zinc. Okay. The manulin guy, though, we probably want to keep that guy around. Just saying. Okay. I'm going to get these items into there because that's a thing. And for that, we could probably just use like a portable tank, couldn't we? Probably could. Let's see. Do we have one of those? I cannot remember if we do. Just a portable tank lying around anywhere? I don't think so. I don't think we do. Do we have a bit of glass? We got a bit of glass. Okay. So let's get a piece of copper. And let's get ourselves a portable tank. Good. That will work nicely. And, you know what? I'm thinking that we need to get just some conduits or something like this. Some quite clear glass. We need some binder composite. So some gravel and some sand and a piece of clay. That should be relatively easy for us to do. So I'm going to start that guy up. We needed 6, 7, 8 total, I think. And then the piece of clay. I think I have one last spare piece of clay in the house here. And if I do, we are in luck. Now I have porcelain clay. No clay. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. We can do it. No big deal. I'd like to thank you guys as well while we're here. because I don't feel like I do it enough. You've done so much for me, and I really mean it. And a little bit of my, work talk from before, it just makes me appreciate all of this that much more. So thank you all, big time. All right, that's all that I can say. Okay, I'm gonna start crying otherwise. All right, let's get a dust, and then from there we should be good to make our binder composite. We had a bit of extra gravel, and that's fine. Okay, we got that. We got that. Excellent. Let's do this. What? Get our clay. Drop it down. Hit it. Awesome. Okay, binder composite. We'll get this guy done. And the other thing on there was the quite clear glass. Now, quite clear glass, the easiest way to do this is literally to just take 3 pieces of glass and chisel it into the quite clear glass, which is an amazing glass, by the way. One of my favorites in the entire game. Alright, boom, boom. Fluid conduit. Very good. From Ender IO. Also one of my favorite items in the game. Okay, so we are going to go right up here, I guess. Yeah, for right now, we're just going to go right up here. And we're going to put that manulant in there. And then we're going to just fluid conduit, like so. We will disable this one. This one's going to be an input. And this one's going to be an extract. Always active. So now, what should be happening is we should be getting our manulant in our smeltery. Exactly what is happening. Very good. And it's draining it all out, and you can see that we're getting 4 ingots, etc., etc. Let's go see if we can get some more. Yeah, we can. Oh, this is OP. These cows are awesome. Wow. Okay. Well, that's something. We might want to do a little bit of that. We will see. So yeah, that manulant and stuff, we're going to keep on pumping it in. I'm going to get a little bit more. We can upgrade our sword. We can upgrade our hatchet to it. And we can get ourselves a whole new pickaxe. Alright, so the smeltery is set up. I got a couple of casting patterns and whatnot. Witchwater and cows are taking over everything. But no, honestly, we are now at the time of getting some manulant stuff. So I got the axe head here. I also made a little seared faucet. Nothing too crazy, but, a little bit of an improvement. Let's get this sword as well. Now, all that we need to do is just combine it. No? Are you sure? Why? Why can we not? Can we please? That one needs to be fully healed up. Hold up. Let's make sure that we're good to go here. This guy on this guy. There we go. Manual and hatchet. Very nice. So basically a lot better. Let's just put it that way. This guy's got a speed of 7. This is going to be up to 13 already. Just from that little old improvement. I do need a piece of stone here. Let's repair this guy up to full. And then we can set this guy as well. So this one is an attack of 4 hearts. And it's going up to an attack of 6 hearts. Sounds good to me. Love it. And last but not least, I want to make a pickaxe here. So let's get the pickaxe head of Manulan. Now, I did make the tool rod and the binding available to me. I don't think I'm going to use the binding, though. That doesn't seem very beneficial to me. I'd prefer to get something like paper or, something like that. So I'm going to have to look into getting those instead. So we have 2 of the parts ready to go. I guess the last step is to get some paper. Now, if I remember correctly, we can do this. We can do this with this, and we can grow a tree. I think I mentioned this in my video even. So we grow this tree, boom, then we vein mine the wood, and that turns into wood chippings. Okay, good. Yeah, here, leaves. Okay, perfect. And then we can fill it up with a bucket of water, like so. And that should give us a 2 pieces of paper. Awesome. Okay, that'll work just nicely. I don't have sugarcane yet, so this is working even better. So we'll take that guy, We'll take our one sapling, head on back inside. Now that we made the paper stack, now we're going to basically want this to be our binding. Good, and it gives us 2 back. Even better. Okay, so there's our paper binding. Now let's make our pickaxe. So we have the manulin head, the manulin tool rod, which is one of the best ones, and then the paper binding for that additional modifier. And there we go, pickaxe. We're just going to call it pickaxe. Pretty straightforward, right? Voila. So we're getting rid of this guy, and we are now on a Tinker's Construct pickaxe. Fluid name meat. All right. He's meaty. Okay, beautiful. Well, I think that's actually going to do it for this episode. We got a little bit of stuff done. Not nearly as much as I'd probably say yay to, but we did progress. And we progressed somewhat decently. So we did get a Tinker's Construct Smeltery. Not really for processing ore, but we did do that. And we upgraded a tool. Very good. We've still not built a second level, but we did do the grassy field and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, for the most part, that's really about it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that awesome stuff, and have yourselves a good one. Bye-bye for now.